We are continuing the portion past adjustments, that is we are rectifying certain errors and omissions that occurred in the past. So we will work out next problem, that is illustration number 41. Read the question. X, Y and Z are partners. There are three partners and their ratio is given as 5:3:2. They are fixed capitals. Again they are mentioning about fixed capital. So we have to write it as current account. That's the only difference when you write the journal entry. Fixed capitals are given. Then the mistake is for the year ended 31st March 2019, interest on capital was credited at the rate of 10 instead of 8% per annum. You are required to pass an adjustment entry. Instead of adjustment entry, sometimes they can ask like pass a rectification journal entry. You have to check whether it is one entry or more than one. When it is one entry, you will prepare analytical table and do the problem. So here the mistake is, did we allow interest on capital? In the previous question, we forgot to allow interest on capital. But in this particular question, we have allowed interest on capital, but the rate of interest is wrong. It is credited at the rate of 10 instead of 8. So 8% is the correct rate, whereas we provided at the rate of 10%. So how will you rectify this mistake? Either you can take the difference figure, but the better way is cancel this 10% first, then you have to allow at the rate of 8%. That would be the better way, so that you can understand also easily. So we'll start with analytical table. So draw the format of analytical table. The format is particulars, then depending on the number of partners you have to draw next columns. Here we have X, Y and Z. There are three partners for the firm. So we will draw three columns, X, Y and Z, and finally we have to draw one column for the firm also. So now we will rectify the mistake. Interest was allowed at the rate of 10%, which is a mistake. So how will you cancel that? You can write in particulars column, interest on capital wrongly provided at the rate of 10 is the wrong rate, isn't it? At the rate of 10%. So we are going to cancel this mistake which you did before. How will you cancel this? Interest on capital first you would have provided to partners. Now we are taking it back from the partners. So what will happen to partners column? Will it be debited or credited? When we take it from partners, partners column must be debited, and it will be the opposite for the firm. So here what is the amount you have to take? It is 10% on your capital amounts, that is 30,000, then 20,000, then finally for Z it is 10,000. And total 60,000 will be written in the credit column of the firm. So we cancelled the mistake that we did before. Now we have to allow the correct rate of interest. What is the correct rate of interest given? It is 8%. So now we will allow the correct interest rate, that is 8%. We have to rectify all mistakes. So interest on capital at the rate of 8%. It doesn't matter what you write in this particular column. You have to give importance to this amount columns. Okay, so we are going to allow at the rate of 8%, and now in which column will you write these amounts? Now we are allowing to partners, so these must be given to partners, it must be credited to their accounts. So we will be writing in the credit column of the partners like 24,000, 16,000 and 8,000. and the total will be written in the debit column of the firm. It must be the opposite for the firm always. The next step is we have to balance firm's column, isn't it? We have to balance firm's column. So find the difference in firm's column. Credit side we have a total of 60,000 and debit side we have 48,000. Find the difference. There is a difference of 12,000. And now you have to see whether this firm's column is having, firm's account is having a credit balance or a debit balance. Here if you see, the firm's credit column is more. That means 60,000 is more. That means credit balance. Credit balance means this will result in a profit. No need to write profit here. So this is a profit. What is the profit amount? The difference. How we have to find whether it is a profit or a loss? See whether debit or credit balance is more. If it is credit side that is having higher value, that means it is a profit. Credit balance means profit, debit balance means loss. Previous question we had a loss. So here it is a profit of rupees 12,000. The difference is what you have to take, 60 minus 48,000. So profit of 12,000. And now this profit will be distributed among partners. So profit to be shared in the given ratio. What is the profit you are going to distribute? That 12,000. In which ratio? The ratio given in the question is 5:3:2, and the profit, when you provide profit to partners, in which column will you write? You have to write in the credit column. Whatever you give to partners, that must be written in their credit column. So 12,000 will divide in 5:3:2 ratio. How to divide this? Hope you all know how to divide this. It is 12,000 into 5 divided by 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10. This is how you have to divide this 12,000 in their proportions given. How to take proportion? For x, proportion is 5/10. How did we get 10? That's the total of this, 5 plus 3 plus 2. Then y's proportion will be 3/10. So the calculation for y will be 12,000 into 3/10, and for z it will be 12,000 into 2/10. That is how we are dividing the profit. And now we have to write it in the credit columns. 6,000, then 3,600, then 2,400, and total 12,000 would be written in the opposite column for the firm. Now we credited it in the partner, so we have to debit it in the firm's column. So much we did. We rectified the mistake, then we found the balance of the firm, then we distributed the profit since it is a credit balance. Now you have to draw a line like this till the firm's column, then find the total of each column. And when you find the total of X column, you are getting 30,000 each. There is no balance for X column. So no need to compute that. Okay, so now we are just writing the totals of each column. Next, what did we do in the previous question? We compared the debit and credit balances of each column. Here when you compare, there is nothing, there is no balance, so leave it. X column we can leave now. Then here we have a difference of 400. And in which column will you write that 400? In the column which is having higher balance. That means below 20,000 you have to write 400. Then here also we have a difference of 400, and that must be written in the credit column because credit column is having higher value. There is no difference for the firm's column. We already balanced that. Now analytical table is over. We can write the journal entry or the rectification entry now. See partner Y's column. Y's column, the balance is written in the debit side, and for Z column balance is written in the credit side. That you have to take very carefully. So your journal entry will be Y's. Before you write Y's capital account, you must see whether they are maintaining fixed capitals. In this particular question, they are maintaining fixed capitals. So you have to write it as Y's current account. So write Y's current account debtor to Z's current account, and the amount means the difference figure which we got finally, that is 400. So this is how you have to do the analytical table, and this is how you have to derive the journal entry from that. Next we will work out illustration number 47. Okay, read the question first. P, Q and R are partners in a firm. Their capital account stood at, it's not mentioned whether it is fixed or fluctuating. So you can assume it is fluctuating. When you write the final journal entry, you can simply write capital account. Okay, capital balances are given. Then as per the partnership deed, R was to be allowed remuneration of 3,000 per annum. Interest was to be allowed on capital. Profits were to be distributed in the ratio 2:2:1. Ignoring the above terms, net profit of rupees 18,000 for the year ended was distributed among 3 partners equally. Pass an adjustment entry. Again, it is the adjustment entry they are asking. See, they will not ask you to do analytical table, but it is understood if they ask you to write one journal entry, an adjustment entry, you must prepare analytical table. They will not ask you specifically. And it is written in the question, show workings clearly. Workings means this analytical table is your working. So we will work out this illustration 47. So what are the mistakes here? We have 3 mistakes. One is that we didn't allow remuneration. So we have to allow remuneration now. The next is we have to allow interest on capital. We didn't do it before, so now we will do it. Then there is one more mistake which we haven't discussed in the previous questions. That is, profit was to be allowed in the ratio 2:2:1, but what we did is we distributed among 3 partners equally. So that is also a mistake. There is change in profit sharing ratio. There is mistake in profit sharing ratio. So remuneration, interest on capital and this profit you will have to correct. So 3 mistakes we have to correct. So start with analytical table. Draw the format. Use your scale and pencil. Okay, depending on number of partners, you have to draw the columns. We have 3 partners, P, Q and R. And the last one for the firm. Divide all these columns into 2, like debit and credit. Okay, we finished the analytical table. Now we will rectify the mistakes. The first mistake is that we didn't allow remuneration. So we will be allowing remuneration now. So remuneration to be allowed, or simply you write remuneration. What is the remuneration given here? Remuneration is 3,000 per annum. So we have to give 3,000 rupees to the partner. So you have to see whether all partners are to be given or it is to be given only to one of the partners. So here R was to be allowed remuneration. So you can write this 3,000 only in R's column, and R's column we have again 2 columns, debit and credit. When you allow remuneration, what will you do? You have to write it in the credit column, and that is only for R. Since they specifically mentioned it is for R. Now the reverse will be, the opposite will be done for the firm. For firm you must write in the debit column. Then next is interest on capital was to be allowed at the rate of 5%. So that is the next mistake. And interest on capital, we know that it must be given to all 3 partners because all of them have invested in your firm. So we will allow interest on capital at the rate of 5%. So you have to compute 5% on capital balances. Capital balances are 30,000, 15,000, again 15,000. So you compute 5% on these figures, and these will be allowed to partners. Interest on capital we are giving to partners. It must be written in the credit column of partners. So the amounts will be 1,500, then 750, again 750, and the total is 3000, which should be written in the opposite column for the firm, that means in the debit column. So we finished, or we rectified 2 mistakes. Now we have one more mistake to be rectified, that is profit of 18,000 was distributed among 3 partners equally. Is it correct? No, we had to distribute in 2:1 ratio, but what we did is we divided it equally. So how will you rectify this mistake? For these two, we didn't do anything before. So now we provided remuneration, then we provided interest on capital also. What about your profit? Profit we distributed before, but the ratio was wrong. So first we have to cancel the wrong profit, then you have to provide the correct profit. Two things you have to do. Did you understand the difference? Here you just have to allow all these, because before we didn't allow anything. So now we allowed. Whereas profit we allowed but wrongly. So correct it first, then you have to allow the correct profit also. So profit wrongly distributed, that will be cancelled now. What is the wrong profit? 18,000 was divided equally between the partners. So how will you cancel a profit which was given already? We have to take it back from the partners. That means it will be written in the debit column of the partner. Why 6,000 is written? Because we are dividing 18,000 in equal ratio. This is a wrong ratio which we did. So 6,000 each will get, and since we are taking it back from the partners, it must be written in the debit column of partners, and we have to do the opposite for the firm. That means it must be written in the credit column of the firm. Next, we haven't finished this. We cancel the wrong profit. Now we have to provide the actual profit. So before that, before we provide the actual profit, usually in previous questions, how did we get the profit or loss finally? You remember, we balance the firm's column, isn't it? We balance the firm's column, then we found whether it is debit balance or a credit balance. If it is debit balance, we confirmed it is a loss, and if it is a credit balance, we understood it is a profit. So from the firm's column, we are getting finally whether it is a profit or a loss. So you have to now balance the firm's column. We rectified so much. Interest on capital we allowed, remuneration we allowed, and we cancelled the wrong profit. Now to provide the correct profit, we need to know whether finally the firm is having a profit or a loss. For that, balance your firm's column. See firm's column now. What is the total of firm's debit side? Debit side, the firm is having 6,000, and the credit side, firm is having 18,000. That means there is a difference of 12,000. And is it a profit or a loss? Since it is having a credit balance, since more amount or higher values there on the credit side, it is a profit. And what is the profit amount? The difference is the profit amount, that is 12,000. And that 12,000 we have to now distribute in the actual ratio. So here 12,000 will be distributed in 2:1 ratio. So profit to be, so you all understood how to get the actual profit. How did we get that? It is by balancing the firm's column. So it is a profit, and we will distribute that 12,000 in this particular ratio. And since it is a profit to be given, it must be written in the credit column of the partners, and it must be written in the opposite column, that is debit column of the firm. Next, what we have to do is just draw a line like this. After you distribute the profit or a loss, after you rectify all mistakes, you have to write the total of each column. So just add and find the total of each column. Next, what we have to do is compare the debit and credit columns. For partner P, there is a difference of 300 and that must be written in the column which is having higher value, that means in the credit column. Then for partner Q, there is a difference of 450 which we will write in the debit column which is having higher value. And here there is a difference of 150 that must be written again in the debit column because debit side is having higher value. There is no balance for the firm. So now your analytical table ends here. Finally, how to get your journal entry? The journal entry we haven't written, the single adjustment entry we have to write now. Adjustment entry will be, see, for partner P, this 300 is written on the credit side. So you have to credit partner P and it is not written fixed capital. So you can just write 2P's capital account. Then for partner Q, it is there on the debit side. So partner Q must be debited. So Q's capital account debtor, how much will you write? The balance is, for Q it is 450 and for P it was 300, isn't it? And finally, okay, sorry, here it shouldn't be written under 6000, it must come under, sorry, there is a mistake, it must come under this credit column because the credit side is having higher value. Okay, just correct it. Now see R's column. R is also having balance on the credit side or credit column. So R also must be credited. I hope you understood how to write the journal entry. Just see in which column you have written the balance, accordingly you write. So just see the final entry, it's Q's debtor to P to R, and if you see the figures, total of debit must be always equal to total of credit. It is 450 here on debit, 450 here on the credit side. That also you have to confirm. See, first I accidentally wrote 150 on this debit side and then your journal entry will become R's capital debtor 150. So from there itself you will understand that your final entry is wrong. So this is how you have to make sure debit side must be always equal to credit side when you write the journal entry.